What is up, people YouTube? It is I, Super Mariozilla, or you can call me Vinny, and today we're going to take a look at the S.H.Figuarts Infinity War Iron Spider. This version of Spider-Man comes from the Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, Avengers Infinity War. In the film, Spider-Man went to help Iron Man and Doctor Strange when they were being attacked by the Black Order. Spider-Man ends up in space after he gets the Iron Spider suit and insists to help Iron Man. After saving Strange from Ebony Maw, Iron Man convinces Doctor Strange to take the fight to Thanos. Stark then deemed Peter an Avenger. After meeting the Guardians of the Galaxy, they make a plan for when Thanos arrives. After fighting him, Thanos takes the Time Stone, but later Peter unfortunately met his end due to the snap, and it's unknown if he'll appear in Avengers 4. This figure was revealed along with the other Avengers Infinity War figures. Unlike Star-Lord and Strange, this figure did get a Bluefin US release, and got an exclusive Tamashii stage for the US bundle. Some people have mixed feelings about this figure, and it's understandable where they're coming from. Is the figure worth it? Let's get started. Sculpt is definitely a strong point, and a couple issues were fixed from the original Homecoming release. But the weakest point is the paint job. Not because it's sloppy, poorly applied, or chips a lot, it's inaccurate. Because it's matte. The red and blue should have been all metallic. The only metallic part is the gold, which looks nice, but it's not enough to save the paint inaccuracies. Well, let's take a closer look. The head sculpt is nice and does have a nice texture, but the texture was also unnecessary for the figure. The eyes are white, which is also not very good because they should have been at least metallic. The neck had a change for the previous figure. It's not too long, but the appropriate length, which is a plus. We have the web lining throughout all the figure, and they did a nice job with that. The Iron Spider logo looks great, and thanks to the gold and the sculpt and size of the logo, it really makes him pop on the shelf. Unfortunately, I got a hiccup out of the box. The back of the figure has the second Spider logo, and instead of gold, we have precise black outlines. And like the front, it helps the figure stand out. The lower body continues the gold paint from the logo. We also get black panel lining throughout some of the figure. The web line on the front is a very nice texture. Here is much more smooth, which is kind of confusing. The belt is a floating piece, and all the details look nice. The back of the figure, there's nothing to write home about. It continues the panel line sculpt in the blue. The arms have gold shoulder pads and have an intricate web and panel line sculpt. Despite the detail, you can see most of the muscles Peter has. The bicep is small, as well as the forearm. The forearm has a gold ring on the top of it, and the web lining continues here. The web shooters are gold and blue and have a triangular ring-like sculpt. The hands actually continued the web lining this time around, which is good, but unfortunately it's a very soft sculpt here, and you can't really notice it. The legs continues the blue and the panel line sculpt. The legs are muscular, but not overly muscular. The lower legs continue the panel line sculpt, even on the knee joints. The gold again is nicely painted and really helped the mechanical look despite the lack of paint. But we have some more hiccups on my left lower leg, so that's not good. The feet also have a shoe-like sculpt and continue the web lining. The soles of the shoes are a dark blue, and you can just barely see them. Like I said, the biggest disappointment is the paint because it's not all metallic. Something that Tamashii really should have went back to fix. So, if you buy this figure, be aware that no metallic paint job will be found. Spider-Man's articulation is not too radically different from the previous S.H.Figuarts Spider-Man, so there's no real major improvements like adding the bicep swivel or anything, which may disappoint some of you if you had those expectations, but the articulation is still good enough in its own right. Let's go over it, in case you did not see the previous review. Head is on a double ball peg, but the neck is also on a ball joint, so he can look about this high up, this far down, move side to side, can look side to side, lean side to side. Great range. Like seriously, it is excellent range. Upper waist is on the ball joint, and lower waist is on the ball joint, so he could crunch back about this far, and crunch forward about this far, which is pretty good. I wouldn't say is as good as Revoltech for obvious reasons, but it's still good enough for Spider-Man. Should he crunch forward a bit more? Yeah, but it's not horrible. Arms are on ball joints. Can move 360. He can hinge up about this far. Honestly, I wish he can go up higher, but for Spider-Man, it's okay, and it's not terrible. It's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. It's also on a butterfly joint. There's also a bicep swivel.
because, they did not give us a natural bicep swivel, which kind of does not make any sense. Double hinged elbows. He can move more than 90 degrees, so that's good. Hands are on ball hinges. We get good range. Legs can kick forward about this much. It can kick backwards about this much, which is pretty good. He can also do the splits, which is always nice. Thighs can swivel. Knees are on double hinges. He can kick way more than 90 degrees, so that's good. Feet, ankles can hinge about this far back, this far forward. We have the awesome ankle rocker. And toes are on a hinge. So if you're expecting any improvements from the previous Spider-Man, you're not going to find them here. But articulation is still great in its own right, and you're going to be able to get Spider-Man into some pretty cool Spider-Man-like poses if you are creative. And you're not going to have any problem getting him into any poses that you need him in. So, have fun.
Spidey is just around 5.5 inches tall. I think that's a good size since Spidey is still technically a teenager around this time. Here are the comparisons. Here he is with the Marvel Legends Elektra and Doc Ock. Here he is with the S.H.Figuarts Captain America and Iron Man Mark 46. Here he is with the S.H.Figuarts Black Panther and Ant-Man. Here he is with the Figuarts Rocket Raccoon and Tony Stark. And finally, here he is with the S.H.Figuarts Infinity War, Doctor Strange, and Star-Lord. Spidey says as well with the other Figuarts Marvel figures, and he scales decently with Marvel Legends. So putting him alongside them shouldn't be an issue. Spidey comes with the accessories he needs, but unfortunately, no unmasked head. That's yet another missed opportunity for an unmasked Peter Parker head. Anyway, let's take a look at these. Like the previous figure, he comes with alternate eye pieces, and a tool to interchange the eyes. To change, just pop off the head and use the tool to push the eyes out. But be careful, because my eyes were being a pain in the ass and were stuck. I got them out eventually, but if you have that issue, be careful. And the eyes are small and easy to lose, so try not to lose them. He comes with the default eyes that were on him in the package. 2 slightly squinting eyes, and 2 pairs of completely squinting eyes. And yes, you can mix and match the eyes. For the hands, he comes with 2 fist hands that were on him in the package, 2 wall crawling hands, 2 web shooting hands, 2 dude or give me a phone call hands, and finally 2 gripping hands for the web. We get 2 webs for the web shooting hands, 1 long one and 1 short one. We also get an improvement for the previous Spider-Man. We get paint on these. No clear plastic BS. To use, you just have to pop off the hand that you want to use, put the web on the joint, and pop the hand back on. Now Spidey can use his webs. Here's the long web, which is fixed in this pose, which kinda sucks, not gonna lie. To use, you just have to stick any ends of the web into the gripping hands, and now Spider-Man can swing on a web. We have the same shitty peg for the back to stick a Tamashi stage in there. Just pop off the back piece and pop in the peg. Like before, you don't even need this because the Tamashi stage sticks in there anyway. We also get his iconic spider legs, a very nice gold color, but a bit problematic. They are sculpted too bulky, and posing is limited with this, because they don't swivel too far. Speaking of which, there is some articulation, a series of hinges, and slight swivels. Pop off the back piece, and pop the legs on. Don't get me wrong, they're cool once you have them on, but I wish they were a bit longer so you can recreate the scenes where he was standing on only the spider legs. So that kind of sucks. If you ordered this figure through Bluefin, you get this pretty cool Avengers Infinity War stand. A very vibrant translucent red, and the logo is painted very nicely. The top part can pop off so you can store some of his accessories. If you were looking for convenience, you can find it here. We get a Tamashi arm that came with the previous Spider-Man, and the 2 pieces with 1 set of clips. It's up to you on which one you want to use. Spidey comes with just enough accessories, a little less than the Homecoming version, but I still think we get a decent amount. And most of them are pretty cool accessories. But the spider legs are slightly disappointing. So, buy, don't buy, or wait for a sale. This is not a bad figure at all, but the inaccuracies will definitely bother some collectors. The price for the standard release is also a bit higher than the Homecoming one, which sucks. And the Bluefin release is $82, and for the amount of stuff he has and the issues he has, he should have been less. Needless to say, if you don't like the price, get it for sale. Don't get me wrong, this figure is still pretty cool, and it's highly enjoyable. It's just not the figure it could have been. But if you're a fan of Infinity War and love the Iron Spider suit, then this figure is definitely for you. I'll give Spidey a 7.5 out of 10. Well, that's it. Thanks guys and gals so much for watching. If you liked this video, hit that like button. If you would like to be updated on when new videos goes up, be sure to subscribe. If you want to be notified when new videos go live, be sure to hit that bell icon, and if you want some behind the scenes stuff, be sure to follow me on Instagram, link to it is down below. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.